latest addition to Milwaukee's tool storage line is the Ultimate Jobsite Backpack, and I sent this out to Gerald Joseph, Hampton, Nebraska, to give it an evaluation. Now, I know you're a little prone to like Milwaukee tools. You've evaluated a few for us before, but this is a little bit different deal, and it was really made for the contracting trade, putting buildings up and so on and so forth. It's made out of 1680D ballistic materials, got metal zippers, and it's a bit heavy. So you packed it with tools. What'd you think of it?
Well, it's a typical Milwaukee piece. It's made extremely well. Got pockets everywhere. Any kind of tool you want to put in there, there's a place for it. So and it's very well made, like all their stuff. So
this has, let me see, 40 pockets for tools, and then they said 2 hard side, which is this in the front. So how did you pack it for your use?
Well, I got some nice Milwaukee tools, and there was plenty of pouches to put the stuff in, and room for more, by all means. And there's pockets and pouches, you know, just everywhere.
Now on the front, though, these what they call the hard-backed pockets. This is where you could probably put a computer, but you were using these for your screwdrivers.
Right.
And then up here, you used a volt ohm meter. Then.
Right. It's also a hard side.
And that would protect.
And it's got the volt meter in it, so it protects it.
And then the other thing about this I noticed was this. The way they designed this has a sternum strap, is what's called for backpacking. So did you carry it around with this mostly?
I haven't yet. I haven't carried it that far. I usually use these handles. Okay. But these straps are very well padded.
Yeah.
I think you could, depends on how heavy you load it down, but it's very well made and thought out.
So the other question I'd have about these, is this something you'd put in a tractor cab instead of a hard side toolbox?
Well, you can. That's kind of what I'm using this for right now, is just for a toolbox basically, but it's like a soft-sided, and it fits in anywhere.
Now, this sells for a list for $149. The prices vary. I've seen it from $150 down to $95, depending on where you can buy it. Is it worth that money to plop down $150 for something like this?
I would say so. I mean, the storage that it's got in such a small area,
and a soft situation.
And the soft, I like the soft part of it too, and it's endless what you can put in there. I mean, it's definitely worth that. And then Milwaukee, well made. I mean, it's put together very well.
Well, for more information about the Ultimate Jobsite Backpack, you can go to milwaukeetool.com. Another product test team tool that we had evaluated by James Fred of Rochester, Indiana, and that was this ESAB Rebel EMP 215 IC. I know that's a mouthful, and you have to wonder, it's just a welder. It looks like another MIG welder, but the difference with this is this welder has the ability to go stick weld, MIG weld, flux core weld, and TIG weld. And I'm getting a lot of inquiries, especially on TIG welding, James, from farmers that are dealing with stainless steel, they're dealing with aluminum, and the ability of the TIG weld to handle maybe thinner sheet stock, sheet metal, and stuff like that. So the cool thing about this is you can MIG weld, you can flux core weld, you can stick weld, all in a matter of adjustment. But it's the TIG welding capability that you were most interested in. And you're interested in that for more of the sheet metal work you were doing?
Well, for 2 things. The sheet metal that I work with a lot of sheet metal, especially on antique tractor restoration and stuff, as well as for I want to be able to do weld stainless, because we got the dairy farm, and there's always stainless that needs welded. And if you get a stress crack in your stainless, and it's expensive to have the service call for the milking repair company, and so and most of the time it's not at a convenient time, so it's really handy when you can just do it yourself. This has the function of what they call 2T and 4T, and 4T is where you don't have to have a foot pedal like conventionally a TIG welder is used to having. I started on the 4T, being that I didn't have any experience one way or the other. I thought, well, I could probably get the hang of 4T, and I think I could have in some time, but boy, once I decided I need to try the foot pedal that you can get for this welder. And after doing with the foot pedal, I realized why everyone uses a foot pedal. I mean, it's just, you can control your amperage on the go. You adjust your timing and your amperage, and it'll ramp the amperage down when you, at the end of your weld. So that, because you always want to go out easy on a TIG weld. You don't want to just go from full amperage and then shut it down. You want it to go out easy, and that's what the point of the 4T is. It ramps down your voltage, but with the 2T, you just do it with your foot pedal.
The one thing ESAB too has with there is this digital control, and you know it's they still has the dials, but the dialing and everything's off of this. Did you find this easier to use than what you were used to before with the MIG welder?
Actually, obviously you got to get used to the menus, but the menus are very simple to operate, and some of the user manual is also on there. So, you know, that's another thing. You know, sometimes when you don't have a paper one in front of you, it's a little bit of a learning curve. But yeah, for Smart MIG, all you got to do is dial in your thickness. You know, if you're on Smart MIG, it has picture and it shows your thickness, and you can just keep rotating the dial to keep going thicker and thicker, and you just set it there, and it adjusts all your settings according to that. It comes with, the cord is set up for 220, the big welder plug, and then it's got an adapter cord, short adapter cord that puts it down to 110. So I mean, you just, if you need one, so if you just need 110, you just put that in. If you want the 220, you just pull it all, unhook it, and you go directly to your outlet.
Well, for more information about the ESAB welder, you can go to their website at ESAB.com. I'll see you again on another Product Test Team Report. Hi, I'm Dave Mowitz. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit subscribe right here if you haven't already, and click that little bell right here to be notified when we post a new video. And click here to see more great videos.